Hi, this is Jake. In this video, I'm going to be going over the Tag Managers app inside of the PowerUp apps. Now, the Tag Managers app, like it sounds, helps you manage your tags inside of Infusionsoft. Now, the reason we built this app is because um, if you've ever worked with a lot of Infusionsoft apps or just one Infusionsoft app where you've been using it pretty intensely and you're trying to track a lot of things, then you end up using tags almost very heavily and have a lot of tags. And over time, those tags start to become disorganized and confusing. And so if you're not proactive about organizing your tags, it can kind of turn into a mess. So that's why we built the Tag Managers app, was to try to help give everyone a consistent format to follow and help stay organized. So multiple team members or your consultants can use this app to help manage the tags and stay consistent, and have this app to help them stay consistent when adding or updating tags inside of campaigns. So, and to also help understand how we organize tags, it's important to understand the tag categories here and their and how they're organized. So let's dive into that really quick first. So here's the tag categories that we have that will automatically be created for you inside of your app if you use our Tag Managers app. So we prefix all of the tag categories with a number. This is to help organize things. You can add additional tag categories if you want, but it's just to help keep things in line and organized, because Infusionsoft, how they sort tags and tag categories is based upon what comes first. And so anyways, it makes sense to do it this way. So starting out first, we have the status tag. This is denoting someone's current status in a campaign, or just their current status in general, but we're typically talking about a campaign, where they're at specifically in that campaign. The history tag, this tag essentially is a copy of whatever their statuses were, but it's meant to be a history of where they've been. The to-dos is just like it sounds, specific tasks or to-dos that reps can follow up on, like a call or writing up an email or something. Next is profile. These can be used to help keep track of specific pieces of information on a contact without having to use a custom field up. Something like someone's gender, or whether they're the business owner, stuff like that. The system tags are used to help trigger things in Infusionsoft, such as starting a campaign, ending a campaign, things like that. And then lastly, we have the archive tag category. This category is used to help kind of move things or tags that aren't being used anymore into one spot, where we can kind of organize them and keep them separate from everything else until some future date when you may feel like it's time to finally delete them. But it's usually best to just archive tags. It's the safest thing, and we help you manage that with our app. So going into the tag manager, let's actually get started with it. Let's create a new tag manager. I'm going to actually create this one off of our Infusionsoft campaign for the marketing of PowerUp apps. And this is just to give you an idea of how you might use this, going through kind of a real example of how we might set up a marketing campaign for pushing our PowerUp apps. So the first thing we have here is the status. We have a current status and a next desired status. So say in this marketing campaign, we have some existing customers that we want to push to sign up for the PowerUp apps. Then this could be something like potential customers or new leads or something like that. And then the next desired step is we really want them to sign up for a free trial, something like that. And then in order to get them to move from this status to this status, we have some activities that we're going to drive them to. So this might be in the campaign itself. We might send out an email. So maybe it's email 1. We might even send out a text message using our text message app. So it's text message 1, and then we could keep going with this, like an email to or voicemail, or we could even be specific with it, like this might be um, a rep calling out to them. Whatever it is, we can keep adding activities here that are going to help them progress on to signing up for a free trial. And this might be pushing them, or actually, if it was a webinar, we'd probably have that as the next desired status if we're pushing them to first sign up for a webinar. So anyways, we'll just keep it simple right now and just push them to a free trial sign up. So after that, we add a new status, and this could be signed up, or maybe it's like enrolled in trial, something like that. And then the next desired status after that, we might want to push them to finally subscribe. Subscribe. Oh, if I could type subscribe to the apps. And once again, we might have activity here where we're going to have some follow-up emails or whatever it is, communication to the client to push them to the next thing. And then moving on, our goal here is ultimately we want them to be a paid subscriber to our apps. That's our ultimate goal for this campaign. And we could once again have activities here. In this case, I'll probably leave it simple and just leave it as that. Also, we can keep track of when someone might exit out of the campaign. Like, for example, maybe they never signed up for a free trial. Like, we went through all of these activities and they still didn't do it. Then we just move it on to never signed up for a free trial. And we might even have another exit here that could be something like never subscribed during trial, like if they went into the trial. So it might be an exit for this point or this point. So anyways, you can see how this happens. And once again, we can have activity underneath each of these. Like maybe if they never subscribe to this, we could have some additional activities happening here. But I'll just leave it simple for those. Once again, the profile tags could be used here. Like maybe they are the decision maker at their business or at their company might be better. This is so we know, okay, this is that they are the decision maker, or maybe they're not decision maker. Whatever that might be. And then we could have to-dos, which once again could be something like call for walkthrough or something. And then we might have the system tag here that could be for starting the campaign. So in this one, and we probably call it start power up apps campaign. Though it will get prefixed, so we could just leave it as probably start campaign. Oh, let's move that back. Start campaign. And then we might have another one that could be like end campaign. If we wanted to. These are just some examples, and this is kind of just pulling it out, but this gives you an idea of what each of these can be used for and how they help structure it. So now if I click save, then this will actually save this campaign and generate, behind the scenes, it generated all of these tags for us. So if we come back into the apps now, or into my specific app, you'll see all of the tags that got generated. And notice that we have all of the status tags, which we can organize very easily by the category and see where they're at and everything. Or we can just do it by the name here, which works as well. And it organizes the tags in such a way that you can quickly go through and see what's going on. For example, we have the status and the history for all of these on what's going on for them. And anyways, it just helps you keep very organized with all of your tags. And also, when you come back in, like say I wanted to move this email to in front of the text message, then I can actually save that and I just dragged and dropped it to make that change, by the way. And just saving that will update the name of that tag over here in Infusionsoft. So you can now come back to this tag manager at any time to make updates, add a tag, remove a tag. Say we're dropping the text message altogether and save that, then this will actually move that specific tag to the archive tags now, which it did right here. And then that's both for the status and the history. We just move those out into the archived, and in this way you can help manage your tags very, very easily using this and help keep everyone on the same page and stay organized with your tags in Infusionsoft. So that's the Tag Manager app. If you have any questions on this, please feel free to email us. If you have any ideas for additional features or anything you want included in this app or other apps, just click on the Request a Feature. Thank you. Bye.